Good evening and welcome to another edition of the Tell It Like It Is radio podcast. I'm your host, Ro Clark. And so it's been reported that this weekend Derrick Rose has been meeting with a few teams, Chicago Bulls, the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the other team just happened to be the Los Angeles Lakers. So Chicago fans, I want to tell you like this. Don't get your hopes high. I don't think Derrick Rose will return to Chicago. I just don't see that happen. I don't know why that was even mentioned. Why you guys were even brought up. I think he's done with Chicago. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But if I'm looking at LA and Cleveland, that's a better situation than Chicago. Now, so my top choice for him is LA and Cleveland. So Lakers can offer Derrick Rose more money and more playing time, while Cleveland, on the other hand, can just offer Rose a chance that he can win a ring and he can add to their second unit. And contract-wise, Derrick Rose is looking at about Cleveland offer him about $12 million a year for 1 year. So Rose has a decision to make, and hopefully he doesn't go and miss out. Hopefully he doesn't go and miss any games, and he's healthy, because now if we're looking at giving up Kyrie, the Cavaliers, Rose wouldn't be a bad addition at all. 18 points, 18 and 6 last year. He'll feel him better than than Darren Williams did leading the second unit. 7, 1, and 3. But Kyrie gives you about 25 points. So Derrick Rose will give about 18, 20. LeBron and whoever else can step up and fill the rest. This is not really a bad loss for the Cavaliers, but at the same time, like I said, I would not just give up Kyrie for anybody. So Jamaal Crawford joined the Minnesota Timberwolves a couple weeks ago. Jimmy Butler joined them, and Jeff Teague and a couple guys just been going over there, and Timberwolves are looking like a serious young contender for the years to come in the West. So now, the question is, does Crawford make the T-Wolves a playoff team? So, I've been looking at everyone's prediction of the Western Conference seeding, and I'm just going by last year, because a lot of teams are going to get eliminated. Let me grab my pen. Let's go by last year. So we got one was Golden State, San Antonio. Then you had Houston was your top three. So 4 through 6, you had Clippers, you had Utah, and then you had OKC. Then 7 through 8, you got Memphis, and you got Portland. The 9 doesn't matter, but it was Denver. So the teams that were out were Denver, the Pelicans, Dallas Mavericks were out, Sacramento at 12, they were out. Minnesota was locked in at 13. And then you get the Lakers, who were 14, right behind Minnesota. And then you got Phoenix, another young team who's still trying to figure out their identity. So, the teams that I have crossed off. So let me start from the top. So 1 through 3, I have Golden State, San Antonio, and Houston. All safe. I think they'll return. So now 4 through 5, or 4 through 7, this is where it gets tricky. I crossed out the Clippers. I crossed off Utah. Reasoning, I crossed off the Clippers. They lost Chris Paul. Yes, they still got Blake, still got DJ, limited offensive game. Blake Griffin's still trying to find the identity of his offensive game, but you still get 20-25 a night. Cool. But who's going to play make? Who's going to set up Blake Griffin? And I seen this happen in Phoenix with Amari Stoudemire and Steve Nash. Steve Nash was setting up Amari, setting him up, got him looking good, setting him up for open dunks, open shots, high percentage shots. Steve Nash leaving, Amari is getting traded. He's forgot about him. Now, what has happened to Blake Griffin? I don't know, because unlike Amari, Blake Griffin has a little jumper he can put up here and there and stuff like that. He's working on his offensive mechanics, so we will see. But I don't know how I feel about a freaking Austin Rivers being there playmaking for this team. So I crossed them off. Utah, I crossed them off due to the fact that they put the pressure on Rodney Hood, who I like, even though I'm not a Duke fan, but I like Rodney Hood. I think it's the perfect opportunity. I'm not going to discredit this man. I'm going to see what he can do. I'm a huge fan, so we'll see what he can do. But I don't think it'll be enough. So I crossed them out, and due to the fact they lost Gordon Hayward. OKC is safe. Memphis, I crossed off. You guys lost Zebo. I'm not a big Conley fan. He's just now coming along. Maybe even last year. I don't know. I was never sold on Conley because, like I told a friend of mine, of course, if you got a 7', 7'2" center who you're throwing lobs to in college and in high school, whatever, high school, college, then of course you're going to be looked at as a top point guard. What else can you do for me? I'm sorry right there. Next, and that's it. So now the teams who I replaced, Clippers would, Utah, and Memphis would. So I got Dallas. They're going to make the playoffs, I believe, with Dennis Smith. And Dennis Smith is like his game reminds me of a Steve Francis, a Baron Davis. He attacks like Steve Francis. Who else you got here? I got the Minnesota Timberwolves. They'll sneak in there. And also, just off of what Rondo did last year with the little bit of talent he had in Chicago, I'm going to put the Pelicans on there. You know why? Because Rondo showed me that he didn't really show me anything. I know that the season is about seedings and see where you guys want to get seeded for the playoffs. But when that first round started, these guys, the Chicago Bulls, looked like a different team, different tempo. Rondo was controlling it. So what the hell is going to happen when you give him the two best centers in the NBA right now alongside a Drew Holiday? I like that. So yes, Pelicans will be in the playoffs. Because you got Boogie and you got AD who can give you 50 apiece, maybe 30 apiece. Offensively. We all know what AD can do defensively. Drew defensively. It's a good team right here. Congrats to James Jones. He's retiring after 7 straight NBA Finals appearances and will be joining the Phoenix Suns in their front office as vice presidents. And no, LeBron is not joining Phoenix. Well, in the Carmelo drama, Carmelo news is going on right now. We saw CJ and Dame reached out to Carmelo, and they had a conversation, and Carmelo showed high interest in their team. But I highly doubt he will go there. I really think Carmelo's mind is locked in on Houston. He knows that, and he's even offered to waive his $8 million trade kicker. So pretty much telling the New York Knicks, you guys can keep your $8 million. I'm going to Houston, which is fine because he'll be getting about $50 million. Houston's a tax-free state, so it's not going to hurt him. You see what I'm saying? So either way, I just feel like Houston is the spot for Melo. So right now, Melo is doing everything. I'm told Melo, him and his camp is doing everything they can to push for the Houston deal. So we're just gonna sit around and wait on that. And like I said, if Melo go there, he'll be dangerous. I just want to give you guys that quick update. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And please check out www.rockoutsports or www.rockoutsd.com and www.bakerhoops.com. And shout out to my colleague Will Griffin, who does all of the edits that you guys see. My man behind the scenes, man. Shout out to him. He's getting it done. And you guys be blessed, man. Anything you like to hear me talk about, please feel free to send a message in my DM on my Tell It Like It Is P Twitter, Tell It Like It Is PC Instagram, and Facebook. You guys be blessed.